how wide the aperture goes, how sharp the lens is, and all that business, and never really stop and think, well,
keys check. Phone check. Oh, it's hot out here. This is my full setup. I'm just gonna be testing it out today. No photo walks, unfortunately. We're heading to work. But I figured, oh God, I'd strap on everything and basically see where we are. Oh, it is hot in this car. Oh my God. Oh. Where are my keys? And there's always traffic around this time too, so that's why I'm kind of rushing to get out of here. I just saw a mailman in a green tee and some shorts. Let's go. I absolutely love that they allow the mailmen to wear whatever they want, and they don't have to wear some stupid uniform during a heat wave like this, because it's got to be 90. It says it's 95 degrees out on my car, which is insane. Oh, buddy. So yeah, the kit's almost complete. The only thing that I have to do now is basically save up for the cage. There's a specific cage that I need to get that will allow me to mount the DJI mic to the top of the Action Hero. Unfortunately, I got the first version of DJI mic, and I got it literally weeks before they released the second version. The second version, the actual mic itself, the tiny mic, connects directly to the Action. So eventually I'm going to be selling off the DJI, my first DJI mic, and saving up to get the second one, because just literally form factor and everything like that. So yeah, there's a lot that needs to be done, right? But we're getting there. We're getting there. Far throw from mounting my phone to my chest and trying to make content, to be honest with you. So I'm extremely happy about where I am right now, and the fact that I can get out there and start doing POV photo walks. The only problem with getting out there and doing POV photo walks is that we're in the middle of a heat wave, and I'm legit not going out for any reason whatsoever to do any type of photography in the middle of a heat wave. Like, it's gonna be 100 degrees tomorrow, I believe. Today it's 92, which, when you're out in that weather, 92 and 100, you probably won't notice too much of a difference. It's just hot and humid. Also supposed to have a thunderstorm rolling through past this, which is great because that's going to drop the temperature back down to something that's somewhat reasonable for the weather. But yeah, I have a really, really jacked up aquarium video that I posted on my YouTube, but I have it unlisted. If you guys want access to that video, just jump in Discord. I posted it on Discord. But basically, our last trip to the Adventure Aquarium it went amazing, but I kept switching from the Sony 50mm f1.8, and that lens it's got a really cool look, which I like, right? But in low light conditions, it is really, really bad. Really bad. And so, like, a lot of my footage that I like, don't ever try to use that lens for video, ever. Like, absolutely ever. Like, lesson learned. It does amazing with photos. Never ever try to use it for video. So, lesson learned. A lot of my footage that I took when I was at the aquarium ended up being just bad. And what ended up happening was I had to scrap majority of the footage. Some of it even came out corrupted, so I lost a lot of footage as well. So I just scraped together whatever I had and made a YouTube video and made it unlisted, because it's just like, posted something, I was there. I want to do a redo, basically. I want to have the family go back up again, because we have a membership that we barely ever use, and then see if I can get proper footage with the Action Hero, and see how the Action Hero does in low light situations, because a lot of the aquarium is dark. because they're lighting it from the inside basically, so that you can see the aquatic creatures easier. So a lot of the aquarium is actually dark. So you're working in low light situations, somewhat. But yeah, I want to use the action camera to get the footage that time around, and then also go back and just be able to finally be able to just focus on photography instead of using my main camera to switch between video and then photos and then video and then photos. And I have to decide, okay, well, do I want a video of this or do I want both? And it just takes too much time. So having an action camera, it's definitely a heck of a lot better in that situation, and I'm super excited to use it for that. But yeah, on the gaming front, I've been playing V-Rising a lot, gotten back in with Grounded, playing with Phasmo a lot. I think everybody else around this time is busy as well, because it's kind of like dormant from everyone at the moment. Everyone has lives. I miss playing with a bunch of people. But yeah, everyone, people are messaging me about having kids, so like babies are being born. Life is just lifing right now for a lot of people, and that's exciting. But on the gaming front, I've just been, playing V-Rising, playing Grounded here and there, jumping into other games. PAX Die has come out, and I'm watching a lot of my friends play that. I'm trying so hard not to just buy a bunch of games. Monster Hunter, the new Monster Hunter trailer and game info came out. It's going to be open world, and I'm getting that game no matter what. I'm super excited about that game. And then Nintendo dropped that they're going to be releasing another Switch, and I'm sitting here like, man, do I want another Switch? Because the first one, to be honest with you, is just bad. It can't even handle the first party games very well. Like, do I want to get the new Switch and hopefully all the games are still cross-compatible, which means I can finally play Minecraft Dungeons without it lagging, etc., etc.? Or do I want to try to get the Steam Deck and be able to play my Steam games, which I have a lot of. Steam Deck, which I have a lot of Steam games, and be able to play that mobilely, you know what I mean? The only draw to getting a Steam Deck instead of buying the new Switch, in my opinion, would be that I get to play V-Rising, I get to play New World. Even though I don't play New World no more, I could probably play it mobile, or jump in from time to time and do some mining. Games that I don't necessarily get to bring with me, I'll be able to bring with me. So it might be more advantageous for me to jump into the Steam Deck line, because, gamer is always going to be a gamer. We have Final Fantasy, A Girl Who Stole Time, that I'm super excited about. That's going to be dropping at the end of the year. We got a lot going on. They just announced a new Zelda game for the Switch, where it's just going to be Zelda, and I think that's such a cool, unique change. This dude is backing up. Holy cow. What is going on today? Yo, today is crazy. Well, we got Zelda having our own standalone game, which isn't the first time we had that, right? I think it happened another time in the franchise. But this one's going to be a puzzle quest, like a puzzle solver type game, and I'm like, it's just incredible. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on game-wise. But yeah, man, like, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to, right now, pivot towards just weaning myself off of this 9-to-5 that I have going on and generate the same amount of income via photography as a full-time photographer. That's where I've been. That's what I've been focusing on. I can't begin to tell you why the photo bug has bit me so hard, but ever since I took that 6400 Sony out to go do some shoots and then start learning the camera, it's just been an absolute obsession. And I've been doing everything in my power to basically make that a reality. I have some weddings underneath my belt already. I've done some apprenticeships. I'm a part of a couple of photography groups. And I'm networking. I'm trying to put myself out there. I'm constantly practicing every single day. You guys already know what my website is. Make sure to follow it if you haven't already. It's lonzotorres.com. I'm using Squarespace, and I'm posting up photos that I love to see, basically. I'm learning What constitutes a good photo, what doesn't? To be honest with you, I break that rule every single time I go out and do photo shoots, because what looks good to me is just what looks good to me. I'm trying to develop my style. I'm trying to develop my own brand and of shooting, and I think that I'm kind of like, getting there, starting to get my feet underneath me, and things are moving in the right direction. But as far as like long-term goals, that's where I want to see myself. I want to see myself as a successful photographer. I want to be able to make my own 9-to-5s. I want to be able to choose my clients. I want to be able to have a lot more freedom than I currently have, to be honest with you. And that's what I'm looking forward to. Thankfully, I have what I consider a lot of the gear that I need. Lenses are freaking expensive. I'm just trying to get my hands on specific focal lengths right now. I have the 50 1.8, which I will never use in low light situations ever. I have the 24 to 105 Sony that does kind of good in low light, but it's not a low light camera, a low light lens. So I'm looking for probably probably gonna go for that 85 1.4 or 85 from Sigma. Sigma tends to release really sharp lenses, and they're at a decent price compared to Sony lenses. I'm not doing action photography, sports photography, or the like, so I don't need high refresh rates, which Sony lenses are by default they have. So I can jump over the Sigma and be perfectly fine, because I take my time with my photos. But anywho, that's what's been going on. I'm literally almost here at work, and I'm actually here extremely early, and which is good, because I'd rather be early than late, considering how traffic is these days. And that's what's been up with me. I'm gonna edit this video. This video probably won't see the light of day, because I've just been making POV videos like crazy, and then basically just editing them and seeing where I am with like how the footage looks. I don't know if I'm going to stick with log, because I'm not too familiar with color grading video. I am really getting good, and I have a really good grasp on color grading photos in Lightroom. I have a ball doing it. I think it's basically art, in my opinion. But as far as color grading video goes, I have no clue. I need to watch a ton of YouTube videos and do a lot of testing before I can call myself any type of color grader for videos. And it's a skill in and of itself that's separate from every single thing else. So it's something that I'm going to have to learn and teach myself if I want to be able to quickly release video. In my opinion, I might pull back some of the settings, even though they're supposed to be the best settings so that you can maintain the highlights and the contrast, etc. But I might move it back to kind of more towards the default in the certain aspects, because I just want to be able to release content consistently and in the easiest way possible, right? So the quicker way the faster I can go towards just editing the video, the better, in my opinion. Because it'll serve me very well with just getting content out on a consistent basis. Red. But yeah, that is everything that's been going on. Hogwarts Legacy had an update. I finally got to play the new shop. Kind of disappointed though. If you look at it, the new shop really isn't integral to the game. That could, if you could take out the entire shop and you wouldn't be missing anything from the game. In a way, I love that, because that really means this entire year that I've been waiting for it to drop on the PC, because I refused to buy another PlayStation just to play that one mission. There was no waste, there was no loss, because it really was a standalone thing. The mission itself was pretty interesting and cool. I liked it. It didn't last that long. It was just a quick dive in, and I don't think you could fail it, to be honest with you. And then all of a sudden you own a shop. But then it's weird because you don't like sell things at a shop. You just sell any of your extra gear to the house elf, and she supposedly sells it. But you get money instantly, and I guess it's like more than you would get if you sold it to the other shop because it's your shop. But there's nothing more to that game loop. You know what I mean? There's no feature really added. You just get a slight bump in gold. And if you already know the way making money in that game actually works, it's kind of a joke, because making money in that game, here's what you do when you want to like quickly get the best gear in the game and just like max out your stats. You literally ignore putting any type of gear on except for like the basic at the very beginning. You open up as many chests as you possibly can, and then you sell all of the gear, okay? Hell, I would probably even redo and run to show you guys that there's also another way of going about it where you just ignore the chest the entire gameplay until you get to max level. Then you start opening up the chests, because the chest loot that you get is dependent, is highly dependent on your level. So if you're level 40, you're gonna get level 40 gear popping out of the chest. But if you're any lower level, you're gonna get greens and blues, etc., etc., etc. Oh, good. Everyone took my spot. So I'm just gonna... Oh, he's parking. Yo, this is a booming Saturday. Let's go. I'm gonna have to park in the nosebleed section. But yeah, basically you sell all your stuff, right? And you sell all your stuff and you make as much money as you possibly can. Right? I'll park closer. Let me park closer. But yeah, you sell your stuff, you make as much money as you can, and then you can basically max out by buying all the potions and materials you need from the herbology area and unlocking all that stuff over there so that you have access to the entire game. Like, making money in that game is ridiculously easy. You just sell, and you make as much money as you need to max out whatever you need in the game. So really, it's not... The way they have it up, there really isn't any challenge to getting a hold of galleons in Hogwarts Legacy. I hope that the next time around, they really need to look into getting someone who has done MMOs or has done economies in other games that have a challenge to it, where it's not easy to make galleons and just like it's just a joke, basically. It's not serious at all. And because it's not serious at all, it's easy to get a hold of it's easy to get a hold of gear. It's easy to get a hold of endgame materials. It's just easy. And so there's no challenge in it, which gives me, it doesn't give me motivation to do anything. Anywho, it's just a lot. It's a lot of problems. If it wasn't for the fact that the actual game world is freaking gorgeous, like absolutely gorgeous. Here, now that I parked, I can swing this around. But if it wasn't for the fact that the game world was completely, it's like just beautiful, I don't think there would be too much more appeal to the game outside of that. It's definitely because the Hogwarts itself was massive. There's just so much to take in. The world is massive, but they missed the ball on a lot of different like small aspects of the game that would have kept it more intriguing, especially if you beat the game already and you're looking for the after game. There really isn't an after game in Hogwarts Legacy. That's kind of why I stopped playing the game, because as soon as you beat it, even if you haven't 100% it just, for me personally, it just dies off. It's just not really important to continue. But I'm happy that we got the DLC. I'm happy that they allowed us to change or reset our stats, which is pretty awesome, because now you can make really custom builds and you can see what you really actually like and play around with it. That should have been in from the very beginning, in my opinion, but hey, we have it now 1 year later. Can't complain too much about that. But yeah, it is something that's definitely, can't complain. You really can't complain. So Hogwarts Legacy, I don't think we're gonna get any more DLCs outside of what we got right now, which means the next step to Hogwarts Legacy is gonna be Hogwarts Legacy 2, whatever that's gonna be. So whenever that comes out, I don't even know if I'm gonna purchase the game, to be honest with you, because Assassin's Creed was an incredible game. I bought 1 and then I bought 2, but then you realize it was just a reimagining of the same thing repackaged in different games, and there was no real replayability after you beat the game. And I stopped falling in love with single player games because of that. There are exceptions. There are some games that are single player that comes out that is like absolutely incredible and you can replay it over and over again. But for the majority of single player games, it's like you beat the mission, you're done. It's an incredible experience while you're playing through it, but once you play through it, you're done. So it's like, should I even worry about doing multiplayer games or single player games again? I've been sticking to multiplayer experiences because the replayability is absolutely insane. You get to play with your friends, you're having a ton of fun with your friends, and it's, in my opinion, more worth to purchase, because the value you get out of multiplayer games is incredible. However, multiplayer games have been going down the line of, game for service, give me more money infinitely. We are now Adobe, basically, and you have to purchase a subscription in order to play the game. Or we are going to piecemeal out content and the like, and yeah. So it's like, such a jaded gamer. I'm such a jaded gamer. So let me get into this freaking building. Start my work. I start at 3. I'm here at 2:19, so you know what kind of day it's gonna be. And I'm literally dying in this car. It's like 97 degrees, and I turned the car off like an idiot. So now I'm slowly dying in this car. So I'll catch you guys later. Let me know if anyone gets to see this footage, what the footage looks like, if you like it, and I will see you guys in the next one. You're going to surely be seeing more of me now that I have a cool little action camera that goes everywhere. Oh my goodness. I took the mic off and put it in my bag. I took this off and put it in my bag and didn't realize that I'm actually using the mic for the action camera. That's wonderful. So anywho, you probably didn't hear half the stuff I said. That's great. So I'm gonna download the footage. I'm gonna edit the footage and see what it looks like, and we'll go from there. You guys have a good one. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.